what say you? We go into the top 15.
Yeah, let's go.
So we already know it was pretty prestigious to get into just the top 20. Now it's getting tighter and tighter. And for this track, we're going to play a different version because this was on your list, but you played the super one.
Oh. Which one,
nope,
though?
I'm thinking of the wrong one, aren't I? Yep, you played the regular one. I'm going to play the super one.
Oh.
And that's the wrong one.
I was like, oh yeah, Belief. That also didn't make my list.
No, Belief from the super specifically is actually on my other 25.
I feel like it's probably there for me too. It almost made the cut, but again, I was having a hard time in spots.
So rather than replay Atrocious Raid from 1, which is the one you chose,
yep,
I'd probably lean towards that one too, but let's play the super.
Why not, right? Get some variety.
I do think this version will be really neat live.
I was going to say, this would be really cool in a concert setting, actually. Was this the version that was in 4? Or was there another one for 4?
There might have been a different one in 4.
Because this sounds better than whatever was in 4. So I don't know if I'm just like on crazy pills or what, but maybe it was the same one and I just forgot. But
it could be, and it was so subdued that it was less noticeable.
Could be.
Someone will tell us in the comments. They
Yep.
always know.
They always know. I can't keep anything straight.
I already blew all my material about how this is like great opening, hooks you early.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that always makes me laugh, and I think I talked about this in our playthrough of this, because that was like 4 years ago, so who the hell remembers, is I love how the start of this sounds like Zelda's Lullaby.
Wait.
Do, 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 do.
Oh
do,
my God.
Then it differs.
You're right. I don't remember that, but yes, it does. A very epic, sprawling version of Zelda's
Right,
Lullaby.
very different tonally, but
yes.
the notes are pretty similar.
Yeah.
Key change, why not?
Right?
Now, you made the right call, I think, going with the one from one.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I would lean, although I like this version.
This version is good.
I do kind of wish that they would take the original and just like re-instrument it.
Right? Yeah.
Not that I don't like the new additions this version has, but just hearing that a little more truncated to the point might be like the best of both worlds. But again, we already played with the one from one, so why not mix it up?
Oh, yeah.
And then since I'm already in Super, why not just play another one from Super?
Yes.
Number
What number are we
14
on? Number
Is
14?
Aria, Holy Saint, Holy Spirit, holy shit, what are these words? I can't understand them. Let me pull up the lyrics so I can see what they actually are.
Not far off from where I had it on mine.
Pretty close.
Yep.
Like I said, there's parts of these where we overlapped and parts where we very much did not.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've already heard this, I can tell you that, there's 2 more in this section that are not on your list.
I'm excited. Oh, this song is so good.
Harp is cool. Harp is cool to watch played.
Yes.
It sounds great.
It's, beautiful
Very
to listen
versatile. Not quite as versatile as a piano, but similar. They give you that same kind of like staccato vibe.
to. Yep.
Easier to hold a note on piano, obviously, but
Yeah, I always love watching people play harp. It's beautiful. I'm just like, how do you keep track of all those notes? There's
Yeah.
like a bajillion.
And you gotta reach around the thing like you're hugging it.
Right,
and-
yeah.
I was like, I have long arms and big hands. I bet I would be good at playing the harp. I
You
never
probably would.
have. I can, play by ear and dick around on a piano and sound okay, and that's about it. I learned a couple songs on guitar. Never tried a harp.
Yeah. I remember reading the lyrics to this at one time, and I don't really remember what they are now. And it'd be interesting to see if these lyrics mean anything more in light of 4. Like, is it one of those things where you can look back on it and are they actually referencing something that happens later, or is it just like random?
I might be able to pull them up without breaking everything.
Oh, yes. We're probably gonna need the. Okay.
Oh, it's so bright though.
Oh my God, my eyes.
Dark mode. How can I fix this? I can close this giant window. I can do that. You guys can
there
probably
we
see the
go.
reflection of how bad it was.
We probably looked really washed out and scary.
All right, the singer's back, so it was perfect. We talked over the instrumental.
Yes. Where are we? Nobody knows.
Think here.
Okay.
The face means the face of the stupid lion.
God damn it.
He watches over us evermore. The fuck is an enceinte?
Right.
Gray is the enceinte of the castle.
I know,
Just because it sounds like saint.
too.
I know
Yeah.
the definition is like it's a part of a castle, but
Right. It's
Anyways.
interesting lyrics. I'd have to look a little closer and dig into them to see if they actually like reference anything later.
I mean, it certainly talks to some extent about Leanne. So
yeah, I was gonna say it definitely seems like it's referring to Leanne and like the Knights, but anything beyond that, I'm not sure. So
that big orchestral swell reminds me of like Mary Poppins or Once Upon a December, or stuff that just hits.
Oh my God, you're right, and I freaking love Feed the Birds.
If there was a song on this list that was gonna make Heated Mind play.
Is it going to be whatever this is next?
I think this is the one.
Oh, God. Okay.
More than the other two that you've mentioned, you were surprised them being this low.
Uh-huh.
What about this one?
What? Why is this only number... What number are we on?
13.
13? Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, no. Heated Mind is blaring into your skull
right now. Which is awkward because
now.
there's already another battle theme playing. I don't know why we need two at once.
It seems silly, but... I am so surprised by this.
Me too.
Wow. What is even going to be at the top of your list at this point?
Isn't that just the mystery of it all?
So did this just fall because there were other songs that you wanted to place higher? Or, tell me the story.
That is part of it. There's a song that is higher than this. That should then also surprise you, considering that I used to troll the fans by calling that song the worst version of Blue Destination. And
the original Decisive Collision?
Has not been played yet and was on my list and yours.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Which is also part of why this is here.
Oh.
I actually, over time, have grown to think that Decisive Collision is actually better.
The original, not the Super Range, not this.
It's close.
Yeah, wow. I mean, the original is good, for sure.
I believe you played the Super, correct?
I did.
Yeah,
yes.
so I'll be playing the one from 1. It's close for me on those two.
Yep.
We're not there yet, though.
Yep.
Then again, it's not like I don't like this track. 13.
Yeah. But Heated Mind is still blaring in your skull.
I understand. I'm doing the Ralph Wiggum on the bus thing where I'm going, I'm in danger.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see, I've talked over this part of the song intentionally because I think everything up to here is good. Now I think it takes off finally.
Yes.
So I can just let it rock.
Oh, yeah. I
do think this track does this part of the song better than Decisive Collision, for what it's worth.
I would agree with that.
And there's a loop. That's long. It's like 20 seconds.
It is a bit of a long loop.
So this is the one that probably surprised me the most because I think I started to feel this way a few months ago, just from listening to both on a regular basis, but once I started slotting these in, I was like, Decisive Collision is going to be higher. And I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I would have been like, no way. Like, that song's good, but I like Blue Destination more. Now, because I'm a mature, older gentleman,
I see.
I find my tastes have changed. Honestly, I don't think there's a huge difference between them. I think they're both really good. I just think I like the range Decisive Collision covers more. You talked about how you like those more like repetitive, lose yourself in them beats.
Mm-hmm.
To me, I'm like, it's about 4 minutes straight of it, and it's good, but it's a turnoff for me. Just in comparing the two, I still like the track quite a bit. It's why it's at 13. It's higher than Wintry Arrival. You know how I like Wintry Arrival.
It's true, I do.
So there's a shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Means Decisive Collision's up there somewhere. You now know 3 of the songs that are left on my list from the hints I've given.
In
But where
theory,
are they?
yes, but I don't know where they are.
Where are they? You know, we haven't checked in on in a little while. I mean, I guess a perfect stage, but we need to go back to 4, I think.
I see.
And while we're talking about the end of Saga, maybe we should start at the beginning.
I had a feeling this was going to be on your list. When we were talking about openings,
Mm-hmm.
I had a very sneaking suspicion it was going to be this one.
You were right.
Yep. Also, the opening size is better, so I'm glad we are going with this.
And the full one is on the soundtrack.
Oh, okay.
But no.
This part is so good.
Little English lyrics splashed in.
Yep.
But now the song really kicks off to me.
Yes.
How fun that it's brought back for when you're fighting with the new Class 7 against your old teacher who's possessed by some kind of, evil spirit that makes him talk like he's had throat cancer for 10 years.
Except the full version's not as good because there's that weird rap part.
The rap bridge is not especially good, and that's not even anti-rap. I like a decent amount of rap music,
rap is
but
fine.
that just doesn't seem like it's that well executed.
Yep. And it just, it took me. I remember it took me out of the experience, the immersion a little bit of what the hell is that?
There's also an instrumental version of that.
Is there?
That I think played at one point as well. It was hard to notice because, again, it gets kind of lost in the background of stuff. But nope, that's not the one. No, it is, yeah. And it's good too. I'm not gonna play the whole thing, but it's got the synth in place of the singing. Remember that?
Yes, I do remember this now.
And it's good. It recaptures some of the magic. It's just still not as good as the intro, especially because the visuals are matched to the song.
Yep.
All of Class 7. The new one is overlaid during the scream part. It's all really well done.
Yep. And I don't know if the synth was the best choice for to replace her voice.
I don't.
It's a weird.
They've done that with other stuff. A couple different Tales games had versions that they didn't want to bring the Japanese version over, and they didn't want to have an English singer, so they then replaced it.
Right. And then it was just not good.
Among the many mistakes Tales of Symphonia 2 made,
Strike
existing.
one.
Replacing that singer and then having a really shitty version of it instead was such a downer.
Yeah, that's
So
not
from the word
great.
go, you're like, oh no.
God. Yeah, that's not good.
Oh
So
boy.
this opening, I thought about when I was looking at like which opening should I have on my list. This one was I considered
Was it close?
It was close because it's like 2 is my favorite opening, then this one, and then 3 and 1 are just like at the bottom somewhere.
I mean, I have more emotional attachment to 2. I just think this is a vastly better song for my taste.
For your taste,
it
yeah.
wasn't all that close.
And for my problem, not problem, but I don't like that opening guitar riff. I don't like the end guitar riff, and that first verse is meh, but then the second verse and then the chorus is really good.
Yeah, like that middle
middle part
10, minute 15 or so
is really good. And then the part after that annoying guitar riff where it's like the do 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 and like that kind of opening part, that's good too. But there are just too many parts of that song where I'm like, I don't care for this. Yep.
That's why, certain songs didn't make it as high or onto my list at all.
Yeah, that's
Same
fair.
reason. Maybe I like one part of it, but then the whole thing doesn't hold up.
Exactly.
You gotta have pretty much a solid song start to finish to make my list.
Yep.
There's not a lot of room for parts.
Yep.
I thought this one maybe could have been on your list. This is number 11. It's the last one in this section. It's another one that was not on your list. In fact, 5 of the top 12. I said 3 of the top 10, but really 5 of the top 12 are not on your list. So
okay.
Take that as you will.
Yeah.
This is one I didn't really think would make it, but I thought maybe it could. I thought maybe.
Yeah. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember it.
You'll recognize it as soon as this next part hits.
Oh, yeah. This one is good. I kind of neglected going back to the 1 soundtrack, which is probably why I don't have as much representation on here.
Pathetic.
It's a good song. I don't know if it would have made the cut. Maybe. It's possible. It is a good one. I'm also trying to remember like when it plays in the context of the game because a lot of these songs I associate with like key moments
Final
or
Dungeon.
just it's the Oh, it is. Okay. I'm remembering this part now because it's like a dance. It's got like the
Yeah, the guitars bring it.
Yes.
Love the harmony in this section too.
Yeah. This is the part that I now remember.
Now fiddle,
from the final
motherfuckers. Now guitar, motherfucker.
Then again, this whole final dungeon, the setup is so weird for me that maybe that's why I didn't remember this track as much.
It's
I'm
an
like,
underwhelming dungeon.
We have to save the festival! And I'm like, who gives a shit? I don't care.
The song could loop here, and it'd be quite good. We're not even close to the loop point yet.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, this part's cool. Yeah, this dungeon, this last part of the game is so weird in some ways. Good, but there are some like weird decisions.
What about this part just gets me? I love this part.
This part's really cool.
It's like you're underwater.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's looping, right?
Nope.
We already talked about the pedigree the series has for its final dungeons.
Yep.
This is the worst of the 4.
But, I mean, that's by no means an insult.
No. It also tells you a little more about my top 10.
Yep.
Because that means there's 3 other songs in the top 10. I'm giving away the whole list before we even get there.
Oh my god!
Or am I?
Or are you? You could be trolling us. I mean, I should know better in theory. I should
There's at
listen
least
to a word you say.
one surprise in there, I bet.
Ooh,
Guaranteed.
I bet there is. I bet there is.